Oscar Wikwasin, I'm Rocky Johnson, also known as Musquant Nompashim Netas, a member of the Narragansett tribal nation. I'm a traditional gardener.
Akitash, 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 Nakwit Nishanis. Yunapana Quata Inara Susak Paskuga Piak. Numbers, 1 through 10. My name is Iona Johnson Vars. My Indian name is Yotahash, which means four fires. And I'm a member of the Narragansett Niantic tribe in Charlestown, Rhode Island. Is our reservation. I have the garden that Rocky has prepared for me. It's a small garden. I have 3 different types of tomatoes in the garden. I have 2 different types of squash in the garden. I also have a couple of watermelons in there and some peppers. The chipmunks seem to think it wasn't so much the rabbits. We got rid of those and the babies and got them out. Of course, we just moved them. And we added onto the fence area so they couldn't get back in. During a powwow time, just before, the night before, we get together at the longhouse and we shuck corn. There's a lot of elders coming. We have different tribal people coming and going during the evening. And there's a lot of us elders in the kitchen doing the Johnny cakes. But I grew up with Johnny cakes and learning the process from my father's mother and from my mother's mother. Not so much from my mother's mother. It was more traditional stuff came from my father's side of the family as far as giving us the knowledge of who and what we were. My father's side of the family, my grandmother Lucy Hopkins Johnson, she always in the morning, we were a biscuit family. She made fresh biscuits every morning. The other thing she made was she made grape jelly, blueberry jelly, any kind of jelly, apple jelly, but we were the pickers. We would have to go and pick wild grapes and apple. She had apple trees in the yard. And of course, as I said, they had a big garden. And down in the back, they had cranberry bogs down there. We had all these luxuries that are now, when it comes to the sea, the lobsters, the crabs, the quahogs. We would go with my grandfather, my father, and my father would show us how to dig clams, how to get quahogs. Of course, we'd once in a while come home with cuts in the bottom of our feet because we went in barefoot and felt for the quahogs. So we learned a lot out of luxury then that we didn't know was luxury. It was everyday part of our life and living and what we did. And now, you really have to pay quite a bit to have a plate of all this for a meal.
Besides the gardening that I like to do, I grew up doing, this is another thing I like to do is crab, clam, quahog, and out here mainly to promote the idea of keeping that tradition going with the youth, sharing with the elders, and just showing the sustainability that's provided right here all around us.